1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, Jeff Schneider here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about internal and external time again in the context of playing over the bar line. So first of all, what does playing over the bar line mean? Well, one way to think about it is taking a time signature and superimposing it onto another time signature. Let's break that down even further. Say you're in 4/4 common time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then over that, instead of playing rhythms that would fit very nicely into 4/4, like dee, be, ba, dee, ba, be, ba, do, ba, dee, bo, dee, ba, bo, be, ba, ba, right? That all fits very nicely into that 4/4 context. But what if we instead used a rhythm that was specifically geared towards 3/4? For instance, beep, bit, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da. Now, instead of clapping or snapping on 2 and 4 here, I'm going to instead give you all of the quarter notes so you'll be able to hear how this works first in 3 and then we'll put it back into 4. So here's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ba, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da. Hear how that's a 3 rhythm? It's a rhythm that's in 3. Ba, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da. Now, I'm going to hold up 4 fingers, and you'll see how this rhythm that's in 3, when put over 4, does this cool displacement type of a thing where you have a rhythm that shifts from beat to beat. I'm just going to do the finger thing. I think it helps. All right, ready? Here we go. 1, 2. So I'm going to sing that same rhythm, but count in 4 instead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, right? It takes 3 measures of 4/4 for this rhythm that's superimposing 3. It takes 3 measures of the 4/4 until it comes back around to where that rhythm starts on beat 1 again. I know that sounds terribly confusing. I'm going to write it out really quickly on some music notation so it'll be easier to see what's going on here. All right, so here's the rhythm. You see this? We've got bum, bum, boo-da, bum, boo-da, bum, boo-da, bum, boo-da. The rhythm is those 3 notes. Those 3 notes, when you write it out in 3/4, it looks like this. That's our rhythm in 3. And we're taking that rhythm in 3 and we're playing it over and over again. And what happens is the rhythm ends up starting on 1, then it starts on 4, then it starts on 3, then it starts on 2, and there it is on 1 again. So that's what I was saying. It's 1, 2, 3 measures before it gets back to the beginning and starts on 1. So that's the first thing I want you to practice is snapping on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And try to sing this rhythm. Bum, bum, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da, ba, boo-da. All right? Sing that rhythm and see if you can do that without losing where beat 1 is. One way to help you from getting lost, one way to keep you from getting lost is by doing that thing with the fingers where you actually point to the fingers and you have that nice visual representation of where you are in the measure. If you want to take this further, you can put notes to these rhythms. And if you really want to mess with your internal and external time, you can play not only a rhythm that's in 3, but also a set of notes that are in 3. So this is what I mean by that. At the very beginning of the video, I played this phrase. That's just going down 5, 3, 1. This is on a B flat major scale. So F, D. Here, I'll do it right here actually. If you look, we have the B flat major triad going down 5, 3, 1. And then we have the same triad, but now we're up scale tone. So we have 6, 4, 2, and then 7, 5, 3. This is a pattern, right? You may have practiced this as a scale exercise. And so on. Now what we're doing here is we're using that 3-note phrase with that 3-note rhythm to really create the illusion that we're in a completely different tempo and time signature. So if you're playing at a tempo like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And that's your quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you play this rhythm over it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be ba boo da ba boo da ba boo ba ba boo ba ba ba. Right? It sounds kind of like you're playing in a slower tempo and different time signature. Now, if I take away the 2 and 4 click with my fingers here, it's going to sound even more like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba ba boo da ba boo da ba boo da ba boo da ba boo. So that's what I did at the very beginning of the video. And then I went right back into the normal tempo without that illusion of a different tempo and a different time signature. It's a really cool trick. It takes a lot of practice. The most important thing is that you don't lose the feeling of where beat 1 is. This is why this is an exercise in internal and external time, because you need to have that strong internal time knowing where beat 1 is, but you also have this external time that's really confusing that internal time, because the external time is what you're playing and thus what you're hearing. So the external time is this thing it sounds slower, it sounds like a different time signature. It's a real challenge to keep those two gears almost in place without getting sucked into one or the other and losing your place. That's it, guys. Hopefully this was interesting. It's kind of a complicated topic, so we might do some more videos on it in the future. But if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.